The government are proposing to increase the small claims limit for employers' liability claims from £1,000 to £2,000. This increase would impact tens of thousands of working people, as any claim where the damages for the injury alone were under £2,000 would then have to go to the small claims court. As a result, all legal costs would have to be met by the claimant, or they'd be forced to fight the case themselves. Usdaw and other trade unions, together with insurers, solicitors and the British Safety Council, are concerned about the effect this would have on individual claimants and on health and safety compliance in workplaces across England and Wales. Usdaw Health and Safety Rep James Hage has helped reduce accidents in his workplace by 75% in 3 years, and he knows only too well the challenge of ensuring management comply with health and safety legislation.
The resistance is there. Some managers will still sort of shrug and go, well, okay, we'll take the risk.
James is deeply concerned about the effect this proposed change would have on unscrupulous employers.
By doubling the amount to make it harder to claim, we're doubling the amount of shrugging that's going to happen, the amount of ignoring, well, who cares?
Usdaw member Mirella Mackenzie is one of those whose case would no longer be covered. She received £1,500 compensation for her back injury, plus £500 for loss of earnings after she slipped on a set of poorly maintained metal stairs at a food processing site in 2019.
I stopped on the stair and there I stayed. I couldn't move at all. My back was the worst thing ever happened. The pain, I couldn't deal with that pain.
Mirella was trying for a baby at the time and was afraid it might harm the pregnancy. She was also angry as the stairs had been identified as a potential hazard for some time.
The stairs were very oily, greasy, dirt, and nothing. No schedule for the team to come and clean. No. Yeah. From the start, I was thinking that they could see the facts, yeah? It's their fault.
Mirella assumed getting compensation for her suffering and loss of earnings would be a formality. She was shocked to learn that her employer was disputing her claim.
Yes, I got a letter that they said no liability for the case. And I really was upset and sad. And I said, okay, then what we can do?
Irrespective of the sums involved, employers' liability cases can be complex and require forensic knowledge of the law. Mirella's initial solicitor decided the case might be better handled by a colleague who specialised in these types of claims.
She said that she will pass the case to a solicitor with more experience in health and safety accidents.
The new solicitor was indeed much more experienced in such cases, and Mirella felt reassured that her case was in good hands.
He always got in touch with me every time to let me know what's happened, what are the next steps, believe in what was happened, and he also was sure that I felt from the beginning that he's sure that he will win this case, and this was happened on the end.
Under the proposed change to the legislation, Mirella would have had no automatic right to a solicitor and would either have to pay for one out of her own pocket or fight the case herself with no legal assistance or support.
For sure I don't have that experience. You are like against a big company and you cannot do nothing. No, you need a solicitor to do this.
Usdaw is calling for the government to reconsider the proposed increase in the small claims limit for employers' liability cases. Raising the small claims limit to £2,000 is not in the interest of working people. If this increase is introduced, it will restrict access to justice for injured employees and will have a negative impact on workplace health and safety standards across England and Wales.
There will be an attitude of we can save time, save money by cutting this corner, and we'll run the risk because there isn't the backup that those individual members of staff can have.
The unions, solicitors, insurers and the British Safety Council are all opposed to this. This is a change that no one wants.